Okay, so check this out. When we first heard about this absolutely horrible story of a 10-year-old girl raped and impregnated in Ohio, unable to get an abortion in Ohio because of the law, having to go to Indiana, the right wingers started doing two things. One is they said it's fake. It's a fake story. It's made up. None of it is true. None of this is happening. No one's going to Indiana. Absolutely not. And the second part of it was saying, is it a crime to go to Indiana for an abortion? We've got to find the doctor sending the girl to Indiana. We've got to find the doctor performing the abortion in Indiana. We need to charge these people, which is a crazy reaction. But let's focus on the first part, which was it's made up. None of it is true. Well, it turns out that it is true. And suddenly, because the suspected rapist is believed to be an undocumented immigrant, they've quietly, these right wingers who first said it was a fake story, they've started saying, well, yeah, she had to go to Indiana for an abortion thanks to that no good illegal that Joe Biden let into the country. Now, first of all, I've seen no evidence that this individual entered the country during the Biden administration. Maybe true, may not be, completely irrelevant to the story. But check out some of these examples. Governor Kristi Noem tweeted, a week ago, Dana Bash tried to trap me with a story about a 10-year-old girl who got an abortion. I pointed out nobody was asking about the pervert who raped that child. Now it looks like the story was fake to begin with, literal fake news from the liberal media. Well, it turns out that that story is absolutely and completely true. And Kristi Noem just called it fake for no reason. There was no reason to believe it was fake. There's a guy named Clay Travis, okay? He has a radio show and he's on some Fox show. He writes books and, this type of thing. Okay. He tweeted multiple times that the story is straight up fake. Check these out. Everything Joe Biden said here appears to be a lie. Ohio, a law allows abortion for raped children. And more importantly, there is zero evidence that this actually happened. Tweeting again. Media reports of a 10-year-old girl being raped in Ohio and having to leave the state for an abortion appear to be completely made up. Tweeting again. Clay Travis rips apart IndyStar and the rest of the leftist media for allowing the story about a 10-year-old seeking an abortion to go viral. Well, the story was completely true. And now, with absolutely no egg on his face, no embarrassment whatsoever, which he should be feeling, Clay Travis updates the story and says, updating this viral story, which you said shouldn't have gone viral. A 27-year-old illegal immigrant in Ohio has been arrested for raping a 10-year-old girl. The girl could have gotten an abortion in Ohio under state law, but traveled to Indiana to have the abortion instead. So now the focus is, well, that's an undocumented immigrant. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, who, by the way, does not exactly have a track record of reporting and taking seriously believed and alleged assault of minors, but that's a story for a different day. He deleted his tweet. He posted another lie. Anyone surprised about the story? And then that tweet has mysteriously disappeared. Sorry, that tweet has been deleted. They don't apologize. They instill fear and say it's the left-wing media that's lying to you. They can't be trusted. They can't be believed. The entire thing is made up. Then it turns out they were lying, and then they just move on to the next thing. Now here, they have a little bit of an escape chute because the perpetrator, the alleged perpetrator, is believed to be an undocumented immigrant. If it weren't for that, they wouldn't even talk about the story. They now have a new angle, a new straw to grasp onto, which is this is an undocumented immigrant and it's Joe Biden's fault. And look at the terrible thing that an undocumented immigrant did. Well, you were just saying that it never happened. And now the problem is a different one. Completely predictable. And again, they will very casually say the story's fake, even when there is no reason to believe that the story is fake. It was very real. It's a tragedy. It's a result, in part, of the abortion laws that these very same people want to be the laws in these states. That's where we are. And they just don't care. It's the Trumpian approach. You apologize. You just move on. You pretend you were never wrong, or you move on to something else, some shiny new object. They do it every time, and they're not going to stop. We'll have more on these stories on our Instagram, which you can find at David Pakman Show. Later on, we're going to look at some incredible video of a Republican congressman talking about post-birth abortion, which isn't a thing. I mean, it quite literally doesn't exist. We'll get to that later on in the show. One of our sponsors is BetterHelp, the customized online therapy service that offers video, phone, and live chat with your therapist. You don't even have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. You fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you're matched with a licensed therapist in under 48 hours. You can schedule secure video and phone sessions. You can exchange unlimited messages with your therapist. And you can request a new therapist at any time for any reason at no charge. Talking to a therapist doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It means you're doing something for yourself and for your wellness. You get your car serviced. You work out. You see the doctor to prevent physical illness and disease. Therapy is the same thing. Anyone can benefit from it. I think it's very important. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with BetterHelp. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Pacman. The link is down below.